What we're talking about in these videos is the topic of literacy, but how literacy fits in on a human scale. So if we think of the whole of human history, what we're talking about is how literacy fits into that. Most of human existence, there wasn't literacy in the sense that we know it today. What there was is a lot of oral communication, also a lot of visual and gestural and other forms of communication.
In this introduction, we're going to talk about the concept of literacy. It is one of the most important concepts of our epoch. I think we all know that at its base it means to read and write. However, when language moves from its spoken form to any other form, like reading and writing, it becomes an artifact and it becomes a piece of technology. And that's the first point we want to make in this course, that there is nothing natural about reading and writing. It's a historic development at a particular point in time. Language, of course, is natural. We have the capacity to speak and to make meaning through speaking, and all of us are born into communities where we learn the language that we're going to speak. It might be English or Spanish or any other kind of language. It's not the language itself that's innate, but the capacity to speak is innate. However, once that language becomes turned into symbols, which writing is, or what we call literacy, is the symbolic representation of language, it takes on a manufactured form. And in this manufactured form, it leaves traces and it lasts beyond our utterance and it's transported. But more importantly than this, once language becomes symbolic in this particular kind of way, it changes the way in which we live, the way we understand the life world. It changes the way we think and the way we experience the world. Of course, humans have the capacity to make meaning in many different forms, and together we are going to explore 3 historic moments. We've called them globalizations because they are phenomena that occurred across the globe. The first one, of course, we've called first languages, and they are the languages spoken by peoples as they emerged and covered the globe. And this period, in fact, has lasted for 100,000 years. The second globalization that we're going to talk about, the phenomenon that spread across the world, we've called writing. And curiously, I think for us, it's only been around for 5,000 years. So that might seem like a long time, but it really isn't in terms of human history. And more recently, we have another globalization that we believe is as a consequence of what we call new media and new literacy. And it's only been around for 60 years. Now, we'd like to make a case through this course and through the modules that you are going to engage with, that each one of these globalizations has a very different set of features. It has particular constraints, particular opportunities, and particular expectations that we will explore together.